Welcome back. This is chapter 3rd, Ranga's Marriage, written by Masti Venkatesha Iyengar. And now, I'm going to explain page number 22nd to you. So here we go. I have no headache. I'm my usual self. I went through the same thing when the process of choosing a girl for me was going on. But I don't think that could be a reason for your present condition. Ranga stared at me. So here this line say, when Ranga was asked to go to the doctor, he said he was all right. The author made a tacit remark here. He said he suffered from similar kind of indecision when there came the question of choosing a girl for his own marriage, but pointed out at the same time that it could not be the reason or case for his discomposure. Ranga looked bewildered at such remark. Next part now. Author then suggested that they should go to the Ch-3 to know if the stars-like Guru and Sunny were benevolent in his chart. Ranga followed his footsteps without a word of protest. The moment they reached Ch-3's place, he reacted sharply and said he was hugely surprised to find him there after a very long time. Syama is the narrator here. Next part now. I got angry and shouted, "What? Only this morning?" Ch-3 completed my sentence. You finished all your work and are now free to visit me. Had he not done so, I would have ruined our plan by bursting like grains that are kept in the sun to dry. I was extremely careful of what I said afterwards. So here this line say, the author, getting angry, shouted that only that morning and paused. Ch-3 was quick to complete his unfinished sentence by saying, yes, you must have completed all your works to find time to see your friend. The author wondered if the Ch-3 had not stepped in, all his plans would have fallen flat on the face. He checked himself thereafter to make no silly mistakes as that. Next part now. Ch-3 turned to Ranga. When did the young son of our accountant clerk come home? What can I do for him? It's very rarely that he visits us. So here this line say, Ch-3 then turned his focus to Ranga and inquired when the accountant's son returned home. He further asked, realizing from the situation that the author had come there with some work of that boy since he hardly ever paid him a visit earlier, and asked if he could help him in any way. Next part now. Take out your paraphernalia. Our Rangappa seems to have something on his mind. Can you tell us what's worrying him? Shall we put your science of astrology to the test? So here this line say, the author then cleverly asked him to take all his books out to tell him what caused worries to him. It was a big test of astrology as a science, the author remarked. Next part now. But there was authority in my voice as I spoke to Ch-3. He took out 2 sheets of paper, some cavalries, and a book of Palmyra leaves, saying, ours is an ancient science, there's a story to it, but I won't tell you that story now. This is not a harikatha which allows you to tell a story within a story. You may get bored. I'll tell it to you some other time. So here, this line say, his words were quickly followed. A book made of palm leaves, 2 sheets and some cowries that his shells were taken out. He spoke highly of the science behind that, but maintained it was not harikatha, so he would speak of it on some other occasion. Next part now. Shastri moved his lips fast as he counted on his fingers and then asked, "What's your star?" Ranga didn't know. "Never mind," Shastri indicated with a shake of his head. He did some more calculations before saying in a serious tone, "It's about a girl." So here this line say, Shastri then made his calculation on his fingers and moved lips faster. After reaching at some conclusion, he asked for his star, of which Ranga had no idea. He then made some other calculations and finally spoke in a serious tone that it was about a girl. Next part now. I had been controlling my laughter all this while, but now I burst out laughing. I turned to Ranga, exactly what I had said. "Who is the girl?" "It was your humble servant who asked the question." So here this line say, the author suppressed his laughter for a while, but was very hard to control for a long time, and so at last he burst out in laughter. Then turning to Ranga, the author said it was exactly what he had said about it. The narrator, now wanting to know, asked Shastri to reveal the name of the girl. Next part now. Shastri thought for a while before replying, "She probably has the name of something found in the ocean. Kamala? Maybe." So here this line say, Shastri replied, giving a thought to his mind, and said, "Probably her name was associated with something found in the ocean." The narrator asked if it was Kamala. Shastri replied that it might be that name as well. So this is all for now. Thank you.